Hello and welcome. I'm Kendall Hudson, and this is the Ken Doll Chronicle. That is the Ken Doll Chronicle. And please, first of all, like and subscribe. You might as well just subscribe now because you might forget in the future. Just saying, just saying. Also, please check out my website, kendollchronicle.com. That is kendollchronicle.com. So, recently I traveled to France, and that was post-COVID, just saying, for the record. And for those of you who do not know me at all, I am a senior in my undergrad at Grand Valley State University. I'm studying multimedia journalism. I am a minor in French, blah, 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 blah. So I do currently study French, and I have gotten a lot better at it. You know, it's October now, so over the course of those several months that have passed by, I've gotten a lot better. Un jour espère vivre en France. I don't know if I said that right. Anywho, oh, let me also just say I have like 4 lights on me right now, so if I'm like, right now, I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a long day already. These lights are giving me epilepsy and woof. But, you know, as Tupac once said, all eyes on me. Anywho, so I was only in France for about like 2 months. Not even 2 months. It kind of sucked, you know. COVID kind of happened out of nowhere for me. I was living my best life. I was doing great. But one day I'll be back. So it's totally cool. I'm a huge extrovert, and I made lots of friends in France. All American, French, Asian. One was British. Love her. Shout out to you, Narissa. Love you so much. But the men. Gotta love them. Being that I am in college, I can't just very well go on any excursion I wanted to with my program. They got very expensive for me. I had my mom telling me prior to, for a whole year, like, Kendall, save. Kendall, save. Kendall, are you saving? I didn't save shit. But I did save a little, and I saved a lot of that money for the clothes. So everything kind of went to shit. So being that I am in college currently, I couldn't very well just go on all the excursions that my program had offered because those excursions were not anything my school would pay for. So I took it upon myself. I did kind of dip my toe in the water and was like, you know what? If I can afford these excursions, then maybe I could make some friends online. Had I not experienced COVID in another country, I feel like I would have gone to a lot more places. I'm not gonna lie. One place I can remember very well was going to Nantes, France. That was not where I lived. It was about an hour west of Angers, France, if I'm not mistaken. That city was just so beautiful. Just that experience of just being able to go to another part of France and experience that culture was just so invigorating. Aside from the men that I had just hit up and was like, hey, let's go on these adventures, nothing sexual happened. Disclosure, don't put your boy in that filter. But, you know, I did take advantage of the situation, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it, but I also do not recommend it. Though the whole time I would say that the experience was just really fun. You know, for me, adventure is like everything. You just, you know, go out to these nice little areas around Nantes. We experienced these huge castles. We would see these nice museums. We would go and just sightsee all over. Aside from just that alone, I would say that just being on Angers, France was just a lot to experience in its own. For someone who had not gone overseas before, it was a good experience. It was just all around just amazing. I love the fact that a lot of French people admire Americans. I feel like I've heard a lot of stereotypes about Americans, and a lot of stereotypes are true. The one thing I think I had enjoyed most from France was probably the people and the architecture, but that's for another discussion. The people were just great. It's a little weird because the differences between American culture and French culture is drastically different in a way. Being that I am more of a city person, it was a little different being in something that seemed like a little smaller of a town for me. France alone in a lot of places in Europe are a lot smaller than they are here in America. Everything is a little more condensed, it seems, and that it's totally okay. I love it that way. It makes everything a little more viewable. I mean, by that I kind of mean everything's a little more easier to see. Last official night that I had studied in France, I recall being out until like 4 a.m. With friends. We were just having the best time of our lives. The whole time I was there that last day, I was like, you know what? I'm doing everything I wanted to do all in one day. I did half of that, but I did a lot of that stuff, and you know, it was very just saddening. It was very harsh to be pulled out of something that you've been, you know, waiting for to happen for a long time. And yeah, I might be exaggerating a study abroad experience, but experience is what you make it, quite honestly. In the future, being that I do want to excel in journalism and in French alone, I would love to move to France one day. I would love to just become this great travel journalist. You know, me and culture, we're one. We are one. So I do think that I just excel greatly in France. Just travel. Why not? What's keeping you from it, right? I would like to thank everybody so much for joining me today in the Ken Doll Chronicle, and I will see you all very soon.